My roll number is 19951A05 and 5, and my name is NV Kaushik. I am from CSC D section. The subject is ssic. Let's move on. Starting from the importance of listening skills. Yes, introduction. Listening is the ability to accurately receive and interpret messages in the communication process. Listening is the key to all effective communications. Without the ability to listen effectively, messages are easily misunderstood. As a result, communication breaks down and the sender of the message can easily become frustrated or irritated. If there is one communication skill you should aim to master, then listening is it. Listening is so important that many top employers provide listening skills training for their employees. This is not surprising when you consider that good listening skills can lead to a better customer satisfaction, greater productivity with fewer mistakes, and increased sharing of information that in turn can lead to more creative and innovative work. Many successful leaders and entrepreneurs credit their success to effective listening skills. Richard Branson frequently quotes listening as one of the main factors behind the success of Virgin. Let's move on. And the purpose of listening. There is no doubt that effective listening is an extremely important skill for life. Why is listening so important? Listening serves a number of possible purposes, and purposes of listening will depend on the situations and the nature of communication. To specifically focus on messages being communicated, avoid distractions and preconceptions. To gain a full and accurate understanding of the speaker's point of view and ideas, to critically assess what is being said, and to observe non-verbal signs accompanying with what is being enhance understanding, to show interest, concern, and concentration, to encourage the speakers to communicate fully, openly, and honestly, to develop a selflessness approach, putting the speaker first, and lastly, to arrive at a shared and agreed understanding and acceptance of both side views. Often, our main concern while listening is to formulate ways to respond. This is not a function of listening. We should try to focus fully on what is being said and how it's being said in order to more fully understand the speaker. Yes, importance of listening skills. Listening skills are the vital part of good communication. If you have good communication skills, you can start to improve relationship in the workplace as well as in society. Also, you will be able to make decisions more effectively and reach a quicker agreement with others. Here are 7 reasons why listening skills are very essential. First thing is reduces misunderstandings. Poor communications always result in misunderstandings, and poor communications arises from poor listening skills. People end up assuming things and misunderstanding each other if they do not share their side of stories or listen to others actively. So it is easy to mishear something or misinterpret information. Such misunderstanding can gradually keep increasing if the listening skills in the communication are not improved. Second is builds empathy. Empathy is essential to effective listening. Therefore, it would be best if you mirrored the emotions the speaker has. For example, if the speaker's face expresses sadness or joy, your facial expressions and words should also express similar emotions. Empathy towards the speaker takes concentration and consumes energy, allowing open communications and establishing relationships. Limits judgment. Listening limits judgments. While actively listening to someone, your totally concentration stays on the conversation. As a result, you try to best understand the other person or a group of people and remove judgmental thoughts. You therefore listen to the speaker with an open mind because they are giving you the perspective you may realize, and the speech makes more sense as they continue to lecture. Improves business relationships. If you are working in a customer centric or interactive role, your communication skills play a big part in your success. Thus, practicing good listening skills with everyone at workplace would benefit your success. You could also build stronger bonds with your co-workers. As a result, everyone will respect you more and value you. Increases productivity. Whether you are at work or home, listening is essential to your success. Good listeners are more likely to store information to understand what's being required to them. This is valuable skill in groups, projects, and meetings. People may think they need to talk a lot to contribute, but listening is arguably more essential. If everyone listens to each other, there is less room for misunderstandings that increase everyone's productivity. Enhances leadership skills. Leaders always have good listening skills in communications. Active listening helps in you to connect with your team's ideas, hear value and various perceptions, and prevent miscommunications. In addition, a good team leader ensures everyone feels respected in which team they feel listened to. They always listen to others and help them in every possible way. And providing feedback. Providing feedback to a speaker can only be achieved through active listening. And the goal of feedback is to send signals to the speaker to know that you are actively listening. The medium of feedback can be verbal or non-verbal. For example, you can use "okay" or "I understood it" for verbal feedback, and for non-verbal feedback, you can nod your head and other appropriate facial expressions. Writing down what the speaker is saying also shows your attentiveness. Types of listening. There are two types of listening mainly, namely active listening and passive listening. Active listening is an act of listening with intent, understanding and interpreting the words of the speakers. Here the listener is used to interrupt what the speaker is saying irrespective of whether the listener agrees with the speaker or not. Active listening does not mean you must understand or agree with the speaker. For example, you may be listening to the lecture in the class but do not quite understand the concept. This does not mean you are not active listener. It only means that you need the concept to be explained again for better understanding. Here you were very active listener, but you need a breakdown of the concept in simpler terms. Passive listening means when the act of listening is a secondary function and not your primary action. For example, writing something while the lecture is going on, texting while the class is functioning. Listening skills improves language. One of the benefits of listening skills is that it improves language. As you listen, you shall learn. Listening to lectures and talks introduce you to the new vocabulary. You may say that reading has some effects. Yes, you are right. But when you read books, you tend to read books in a language scripts you are comfortable with, giving you less exposure than when you listen to someone speak. People speak in different languages and introduce you to new words every day. You meet different people from different walks of life, thereby introducing you to a whole new world out there. Listening skills get you prepared. The importance of listening is communication is that prepares you for a conversation. While you listen, you are already formulating replies for the discussion. Listening involves understanding and interpretation of finally prepares you with the related content. Listening skills make you empathetic. When you listen to another, you portray the beautiful virtue of empathy. Empathy is the ability to show concern towards the feelings or others. A good listener will never suggest or give advice before hearing the speakers completely. When you listen, you become more productive. One of the benefits of effective listening is that it enhances your productive capacity. For example, when you listen to instructions carefully, you are able to carry out the orders more effectively. Enhanced listening skills promote better socialization. There is no one in the world who lives alone. Everyone needs to interact with others in order to live a full life. Good listening skills promote better socialization skills. At times, listening is also you need to help someone. Listening is a virtue of heart and genuine desire to be with others, therefore increasing your social circle. Ways to develop good listening skills. Always assume a double role, physical behavior, never interrupt, observe, never form a preconceived notion. Thank you.